What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another quick tips video. And in today's video, we're going to be going over 3 different approaches that you can use to kickstart an idea for any piece of music. So, the ones we're going to be going over are using a melody, starting with a harmony or a chord progression, and then rhythm. So, and those are kind of like the big 3 elements of music today. When you come up with a piece of music, usually it's one of these 3 approaches that are applied, or even 2 at the same time. So let's start with the first example. Here I've chosen a violin patch, and I'm going to actually see if I can reach here. I'm going to play something and use the mod wheel to play in a line here. So for example, it's like this. Right? So if you recorded that line, you can always play something in underneath it afterwards. Let's actually record that line really quickly here. So I'm gonna actually turn off the click. Don't really need it. Here we go. Right? And now, once you have that, then you can play harmonies in underneath. So for example, let's actually put in this MIDI, this piano, drag that back a little bit, and let's see what we can do. All right, here we go. That's just a little example, right? You can write a melody on top, write a melody first, and then create a chord progression underneath based on what those chord tones are, and then experiment with different harmonies to see what matches up nicely. Then the second way to do it is to start with the harmony first, right? So let's say you want to come up with a different chord progression. Let's say we're in the key of F minor, right? So we go, actually, let's improvise something really quickly here. Right? So let's say you're trying to set the mood here, and you're trying to get, like, let's say you're scoring a scene and they're trying to put some underscore in there, and then you want to add a nice little melody on top. Then you could do really any melodic instrument. Let's say in this case I'm using the strings again, and see how this sounds. I don't know, so something random there, but so that's another approach. You can start with the foundation of a chord progression or harmony, and then add on top. And so maybe you're a person who doesn't do either of those things. Maybe you prefer to start with a rhythm. So in this case, one of the go-to patches I would start with would be a string staccato patch. In this case, Metropolis Arc 3 is really good for this. So then you can establish a key. Let's say we're doing Hans Zimmer stuff and we're in D, right? So you can go like. So if you start with some kind of rhythmic element, this could easily be percussion. It could be, a drum kit, just any type of rhythmic bed that will give you some like a kickstart for an idea. And one of my go-tos is kind of like short instruments. So short articulations in general give me that pulse and the movement that I want. So that's usually what I'll start with as well. I've used all 3 approaches. I actually use a combination of them as well. Usually I'll come up with a melody and a harmony at the same time. So when I'm writing the melody, I hear the harmony underneath that as well. And if I know what key I'm in, then it's quite easy to just lay it down. As a keyboard player, it's good to be able to do that. And then Yeah, and for rhythmic stuff, if I'm playing in some patterns, then at the same time I'm starting to think of counter melodies. I'm thinking of what little cool things could go on the top, what melody I might want to add in there at the same time. So it's kind of good to multitask and try to put it all together while you're working. And just obviously it comes with practice. So hopefully that makes sense. Thank you so much for watching. Those are the 3 approaches that I usually recommend and go with. And if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. That is today's quick tip. I will see you tomorrow with another one. And yeah, I'll see you then. Bye-bye.